No, I already clicked the software thing. This takes a minute to load up, like when I click the button. But, alright, so... Well, it wouldn't have started recording when I opened the software.
Guys,
alright.
He said he'd give us candy if he said record, but before you recorded, we didn't record.
But nobody beat me to it, except for maybe Lily, but I didn't hear it. Alright, check it. This is on your paper. So, yesterday, we looked at dilations, and especially because, like MK wasn't here, right? So we got Max K back. Max Wright is still gone. Max K is back. Did you get 61 earlier?
No.
Jake's not back.
Yeah, you did. And then Jake is back as well, but I know, like, Jake emailed me yesterday, so I forgot to email you the video. So, Max, if you want me to send you the video from yesterday, just let me know. Or just go check my YouTube. But who can tell us what dilation was? What is your definition, Spencer, of what dilation was? Yeah, when a shape grows or shrinks, when we enlarge or reduce the size of a shape, keep the shape the same, make it bigger or smaller. Max?
Isn't it kind of like how your pupils dilate?
Did you watch the video yesterday?
No, I just thought of it when you said, like, what is dilate?
That's a little creepy, because that's exactly what we talked about yesterday at the beginning of class, is like when you go to the eye doctor, your pupil, now, here's what they really do. They're making it bigger, so their microscope can see more, but the problem is then your eye takes in more light, and you get all light sensitive, right? So that's why they give you those weird groovy sunglasses.
I didn't have to do that because like they made you pay more money, but like for like to like have your eyes like.
I just closed my eyes on the way.
Well, it's to check your eye health.
I know,
That's
but
what it is.
and they have like this machine that does it.
Can I have a
You have to
You want to
dilate
make
your
sure
eyes.
when you have a moment, you want to make sure you have a good eye. Gus requested a moment. Sorry, I was giving Gus a moment.
Guys, give Gus a moment of silence.
So if Charlie created this shape, I'll be back in just a second, by multiplying each coordinate, the x value and the y value, by 4, where was the original shape that Charlie started with? This is on your worksheet. Okay, on your worksheet. So do it. So like draw out the original shape. My brother-in-law's name is Charlie. Yeah, if you don't have this in front of you, you probably need to walk up and pick up the 622. He multiplied each coordinate, so the x and the y. No, remember dilation is only multiplication and or division, but remember division is essentially the same thing as multiplication. Jake, unnecessary. So, can anyone tell me what you think is the center of dilation here? The center, if you multiplied each coordinate, x and y, by 4, where was our center? Lily? Yeah, we'd be centered on the origin, because negative 4, guys, remember, x, y, negative 4, the left, right comes first. The up, down comes second. So horizontal, then your vertical. That would then become negative 1, positive 1. positive 4, negative 4. Guys, you might want to write these on here if you're one of those people who has been accidentally switching around X and Y. I think I've talked to most of you based off your homeworks. That then would become positive 1, negative 1. Your 8, 4 would become 2, 1. And your 4, 8 would become 1, 2. And then we said, hey, I got some people making questionable choices with rulers because they break. We said that if we draw the lines from the original point through the dilated point, we will get back to the center of dilation. And then it gets cool and it looks three-dimensional. It is really the origin, Max.
Is that how you find the dilation point, whatever?
The center of dilation. It's one way that we can find the center.
Okay.
Yeah, so that, and we just noticed that yesterday it looked really cool. So I don't still have it on this paper. Maybe I do. There we go. Yesterday we did this and it just looked really cool.
Oh my god. What?
So 2 dimensions. And then I plugged that I'm going to be teaching a math art class. All right, so in 53, now be careful. Some of us learned yesterday the hard way that how we create our graph. But we already set up a 4-quadrant graph for you because I anticipated that we all need to agree on our axes.
Thank you.
So plot this shape. Plot this shape. -1, -1, -1, 1, 1, 2, 2, -1. And then, of course, connect them. It's not. Okay, but almost only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and nuclear warfare. So, it's an old, like, I don't know how old it actually is, but almost, like, close, right? Like, well, close only counts, or almost only counts in horseshoes, because in horseshoes you get a point if you're close to the pin. You don't have to be touching it. Hand grenades, like, if you get your hand grenade close to where you're trying to get it, and nuclear warfare, which is not funny, but if you get the nuke close to where you want it, everybody around that area is getting impacted. So, you gotta hit the pin in bowling. You gotta actually hit it.
Or like bowling, if you put the bumpers up. Like, yeah, I actually got a bumper ball.
Then, yeah, I got some of you talking that don't even have the shape on your paper yet. Then, if the shape you just drew was the result of dilating by 1/3, draw the original shape on your paper. The shape you drew on your paper was the result of a dilation by 1/3. So this, and guys, we talked about this the other day, this is really silly, but this is what we would call the image. We're trying to work our way back to the pre-image. From the pre-image to the image, it tells us we applied a dilation scale factor of 1/3. We're trying to get back to the pre-image. We're trying to get back to before we dilated. Now, Alana immediately starts complaining about how crazy the math teacher is, that they want you to multiply these small numbers by 1/3, and this new shape is going to be teensy tiny.
It's not.
You multiply. You don't multiply it by 1/3.
Amelia, thank you for raising your hand. What was that, Amelia?
You don't multiply by 1/3. This is like 1/3 of the original, so you just multiply it by 1/3.
Oh, you're saying the image is 1/3 of the pre-image, or what we call the original, but we want to get into this habit. I know it's silly, but what we start with is called the pre-image. So the pre-image is actually 3 times the dilated image. So everything's going to get tripled.
No, it does. If you do it right, it does.
It's a tilted tent.
It kind of looks like the one above, but like it's sideways from the windows there. The wind looks like when I try to make my tent. It doesn't look as much as a.
The first one is the coolest.
I was exaggerating when I said this looks like when I make my tent.
Oh, if we can get through this part of the lesson that we need to, we also do have a Desmos next.
Everyone, quiet.
So then if we connect these, which you don't have to, but if you connect these, some people are trying to judge which one looks cooler.
The first one.
Yeah, the first one is good.
Are you kidding? The second one has the lines like going out. Yeah, that's the first one.
Like the very first one is good.
Which is the one with the lines that aren't in the shape.
Either way, we get back.
Okay, what is the close one ever? Yeah. I made it.
Now,
I made it look cool. I'm cool.
Wait, you remember this thing that we made in 4th grade? No, I don't.
could you take this green shape and dilate it by 3 halves? Could you now dilate by 3 halves to some new image?
You could, but I don't know if it'd be on the ground.
What's the easiest way to multiply by 3 halves?
1.5.
I don't like decimals though.
Well, then suck it up.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You're supposed to at least call me Buttercup.
Suck.
Suck it up, Buttercup. No, multiply by 3, then divide by 2.
Oh, wow.
So what's
My
6
girls are dumb.
multiplied by 3? 18, then divided by 2. 9 is now going to be how high up this point is. But then 3, oh, now I'm going to have to deal with decimals. 3 times 3? 9 divided by 2? 4.5. Oh man, decimals. It's almost like we're in 8th grade math.
What? I like decimals better. Yeah, me too.
That's because you're wrong. No, I'm sorry. I'm joking. It's my personal opinion. I like fractions better, but it's okay. It's okay. In America, we're all allowed to be wrong if we want to be.
That's what my dad says all the time.
Let me guess, he says something like you're entitled to your own wrong opinion.
Yes, he definitely does say that.
My family used to say that it's okay to be wrong whenever we say that I didn't like that.
And then really the reason that I'm showing you this is, could we keep doing this and kind of keep making more layers of our shape? And then could you maybe, if you're, like an adult with not that many friends and you just get bored at night, make like the front of your notebook look like one giant dilation that is just like kind of zooming in or out on itself. Then I tried to like apply some shading, and the shading didn't really work out, so I gotta fix this. But I was kind of trying to make this look like a frame. But guys, dilations are really, really fun, which if we can get to our Desmos activity, we're going to look at Marcellus the giant and see if we can dilate all his body parts correctly, because his eyes and his sword and his arms and his torso, everything needs to dilate together. Otherwise, Marcellus is not gonna look the same. All right, we'll get there in a second. Now I think this is starting to look cooler now that it's got 3 layers. I sort of want to put another layer in between here, like right there, and like right there. Ooh! Look, if I draw that line from the center of dilation, I can find other dilation points by drawing on the line. It doesn't have to be, but check this out. Sorry, I should zoom back in a little bit. I moved where my camera is, and now I can zoom out way far. So if we do this.
Way far. I love your grammar, Jordan.
That was me, bro.
Oh. Yeah. I do.
That's actually true.
What?
I don't know if I misheard what somebody just said, but so I thought I just heard somebody say something about a wedding.
Yep, he said it sounds like a wedding.
And I will tell you guys, I'm using the words adjacent, acute, complementary. All of these words are in my wedding ceremony that I'm writing. 90 degrees, I'm going to relate the fact that now that they've joined together, their 2 acute angles have joined up to be complementary of each other, which means they sum to 90 degrees, which means that together they are right for each other. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be awesome. If we get a video of it, I will let you guys see it. Yeah, what? Just don't invite me to run your wedding, or else I'll turn it into math. Alright, so...
I'm gonna do that one night. I'm just gonna stay up all night just doing that.
I'm thinking we probably already know this. I think going to Desmos might be more beneficial than doing the rest of this. Yeah, pull out your Chromebook. Yes. I did not know I had goats in my classroom.
We're being fostered.
No, you're not. You're being middle schoolers making noises. Desmos.com, log in with your Google. Right? Not student.desmos, just desmos.com. Log in with your Google. Desmos.com, log in with your Google. Then on the main page, go down on the left side and click on student homepage. So the point of the activity that I just made live for you guys is Marcellus the giant, not always a giant though, Marcellus the giant is undergoing some changes, right? Puberty. And Marcellus is going to change size. What we got to do is, some of you are changing size and need to go buy new pants and coats and things that actually fit you. We need to create a similar Marcellus. Not congruent, and we'll talk about the difference between these words. We need to create a similar Marcellus. So if you create a Marcellus that is not similar to the original, Desmos is going to tell you. Now hold up, because I played with this last night and I realized a fault that I'm worried some of you will do. Jake Fisher. When it asks you what scale factor you would like to apply to Marcellus, if you're silly, like me, and you try something outlandish, and then you try to go back and change it, it breaks. I broke it. And I couldn't figure out how to fix it. So I'm going to warn you right now, if you choose a scale factor of 300, and then you realize, oh crap, this is too hard to work with, I'm not sure I can fix it for you. So hear me when I say choose a reasonable scale factor, not something outlandish because you're 12 and you think it's funny. I'm telling you, if you break it, I don't know if I can fix it. Now, if you break it, whatever, but no, there's no. You can't just break it and then say, I'm going to go do my homework because it's only 3 questions. Nevin.
Is it possible to use 1 as a scale factor?
Would Marcellus change size if 1 was our scale factor?
Can I make it smaller?
Maybe negative.
Look at what it asked you.
He's a chipmunk. Dan. You're so Danny.
So the reason they probably also called this dude Dan Meyer is the CMO of Desmos, meaning the Chief Mathematics Officer. Literally, they made Chief Mathematics Officer a title. So we're starting with Dan.
Oh my god. Okay.
Hiya. Dan says hiya. Dan says hiya.
I'm gonna make Dan very, very small. I'm gonna make him 100.
You paste that with the
Oh my god.
I am about to share your responses, so spelling might matter.
Oh.
Not pause, my bad. I didn't mean to pause.
Yes, I made it 0.99. Is that okay?
What do you think makes a giant scale of Dan? No, you just made your job very difficult. Because there are not equal sizes of their bodies spelled wrong. It has to have the same orientation but different measurements. Ooh. Now wait, does it have to have the same does it have to point the same way? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Because you're wrong form of your, but that's okay. Because you're not scaling the parts of Dan. Ooh, wait, what? Stretched too much on some sides. Oh, why these are not scale. I see. All the points have to be multiples of the pre-image. Ooh, love this. Multiples of the pre-image. Ooh, get out of here. A giant scale would basically just be Dan, but bigger. But a giant not scaled up Dan would make Dan's body mess up and distort.
True.
I changed mine.
Man, you guys don't know how to spell. I'm just being honest. But this is the wrong form of there. This should be Their.
Do we care?
Do I teach grammar? I teach life.
Who's having the?
Okay, this is just you being silly. One of you literally took the word measurement and broke it into 2 words.
Measurement.
Now you're just being silly. It just says having the.
Having the best time.
Ooh! Same in proportional size. The not scale just looks a bit weird. Alright, so that was... So then, if we build...
Oh my gosh.
Baby Marcellus. Or a scale of 2. Hey.
I changed mine to 1/2.
A scale of 30. baby Dan.
Wait, can I do a scale of 1? 10,000. What else?
So this is apparently part of Dan's foot, or part of Marcellus's foot. But like I said, I think you broke it.
Oh wait, I did.
I think you broke it.
You just fucked yourself out.
20.
Yeah, good. It fixed itself.
All right, I'll unpace you.
Yes!
All right, move on.
Run, child, run!
Scale of 1.
Would that change his size?
Okay, 0.9. How do I know what your scale is, Dan?
So, considering they told us build a scale giant, you're doing the middle school thing where you're not actually following directions. And it's okay, because I know I teach middle school. But, like, if you're not following the directions and not making them bigger, you're not actually doing what you're supposed to do. And yes, I know this activity's funny because Dan looks funny when I goof stuff up.
Look at this.
All of yours at the same time. Overlay just looks confusing.
That is confusing.
This one doesn't look bad.
I made mine
Wow. That's a giant sword.
That's disturbing.
That's fine.
Okay. Oh, looks pretty good. They were close.
Wait, are we
Click and drag Marcellus's mouth, eyes, and sword to make him a scale giant to Dan.
Hey.
Giant.
So giant.
Hey, pull it together.
I'm sorry.
You were out sick yesterday. Pull it together.
I'm dying.
You're not dying. Marcellus might be dying. Wait. Hold on. I don't even know how you did that.
I don't want to know that.
You dragged it left into the you dragged
Oh,
it
look at this.
thing on the right to the left.
Look at this. Oh, biscuits.
Thank you. Somebody finally found it. Oh, biscuits. Oh, biscuits. It says, oh, bother, and then it says, oh, biscuits. That's Dan. Oh, Dan.
Mine says
Or no, that's Marcellus.
oh,
Who are you? Who, you're second? Or, yeah.
Mr.
I worked
Hudson,
with a guy named
I'm
Second.
just gonna, whenever I mess up, I'm gonna be like, oh, biscuits.
I thought that was so funny when I was doing this last night. My wife was making dinner because like we tag team stuff. So I'd already helped and I was in our living room like working on stuff for school and I was like, oh, biscuits. And she was like, what? Like, from the other room, she just heard me say, oh, biscuits. This sword looks to be smushing Marcellus. Marcellus the ant.
Mine's not funny.
You made yourself 20 times as tall.
I like that.
I made you go back. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. I don't like when people yell at me and say you are so mean, so. Well, I unpaced it now. I was trying to move some people onward.
No, wait. No, we're stuck at 0.00001.
Yeah, remember when I told you if you break it, I might not be able to fix it?
Yeah, but you made it so we can't go the back
Wait, keep scrolling down on the
I unpaced it now.
Oh, that is so hard. Wait, what am I doing?
Check it. Can always run 9.
Oh dear. Oh bother. Oh biscuits.
Oh, biscuits.
Biscuits is my favorite.
I just got bro. Gosh, that was you.
A lot of us agree and some of us don't, and then one of us is working in complex
Wait, what?
This is exponential form of a number.
Wait, what slide is this on?
7. Check his eyes.
His eyes. The eye doctors.
Wait, go.
Wait, one of you snapshotted. Oh, never mind.
10. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that crazy one.
Man, if only somebody had warned you.
Yeah.
Oh, what did I do?
Dang, that's a big sword, man.
I'm gonna make it.
Speak softly and carry a big sword.
Wait, what? Bro.
It's really carry a big stick, but
This sword. Look at
Look at his feet, though.
his feet.
hiya.
The Dan is just so
Oh my God, you killed Dan. I killed myself.
That's
He
so mean.
killed himself. Oh, biscuits, oh, biscuits, oh,
How are my
biscuits.
eyes not scaled?
If anybody has already grabbed 623 because you're wild and you're just a math maniac, please tell me as I come around and hand these out. Otherwise, I'm dropping 623 on everyone's desk.
What?
I don't understand how my eyes are scaled. Also, how did my teeth get that big?
Oh, biscuits.
Oh.
I think you guys should find a way to incorporate those biscuits in your language arts class. Just at some point, see what Mrs. Golden does if you say, oh, biscuits.
Wait, let's all just be obsessed with like biscuits.
No, wait, if we have to do STEM test, oh, biscuits.
Oh, I already have one.
It's like, okay,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
time
me
to do
too.
STEM test. Oh, biscuits.
Bro! I literally just said.
Oh, wait, I do 7.
What? I had his drag the I gave him a high
Oh, why can't I fix this?
Oh, I love when I hear kids say what I already said.
What?
Like when somebody says that's because somebody didn't follow the directions.
What's good?
That's a taste like optional, you know?
No!
Oh yes, help me with that question, please. What? We already have this.
I promise you're not actually mad at me. I promise you're not actually mad at me because you're going to struggle on this problem because 3 people have already asked me about it, so let's talk about this real quick. That's not the homework we're talking about. I need like 2 minutes. In a box and whisker plot. And guys, you can close your Chromebook if you want. I'm not unpausing while you're still here because then you won't leave. You should have heard it about 30 seconds ago when I hit pause. They all were like, ah! Like, they get mad at me when I pause the activity.
What's
I have to
me?
share one of my things
My
that I
kid's
wrote.
not in here anyway.
Ah, thanks. All right, box plots. Ooh, you guys are quick. Box plots are broken up into quartiles.
What's a 4 child?
I believe I already admitted this in this class, but if I didn't, I was far too old when I realized a quart of milk was 1/4 of a gallon.
What?
Yes, I was far too old when I learned that.
You just taught me that.
So,
What?
quartiles. Yeah, I'm not going to make you raise your hand in a minute, but a quart of milk is called a quart because it's 1/4 of a gallon.
You didn't know that?
I was too old when I realized it.
A Spanish word for four is cuatro.
You are correct. So, hey, I have 3 minutes and like more answers than I could fit in 3 minutes. So if you all like, I don't know, let me talk, it might be beneficial. So, this is broken up into fourths, meaning 1/4 of the students were in that section, 1/4 were in this section, 1/4 were in that section, and 1/4 were in this section. If we talk in percentages, it'd be 25%, 25%, 25%, 25%.
25%.
Meaning our median, our middle value is the split between the boxes.
It's 50.
It's 80. Because that is in between the upper and the lower 50%. There, I'll use your number 50. Then when we get asked, did most students earn a particular score? Yes.
74 through 90.
Because what a box plot lets us look at is the concentration of results. Meaning, the wider the section is, the more spread out the test scores was, because this was probably the person who didn't study, and hopefully not many people were down there with them. The tightest section is right here, meaning 25% of the kids scored between 74 and 80. That's the narrowest section. So this is actually answerable that yes, most of them, like the tightest concentration, is between 74 and 80. Now you could also say between 74 and 90 is 50% of them. It's whatever you want to say. Then, the other thing, which we will make sure that we get this on your paper tomorrow, we should now be able to define what it means for shapes to be similar, because the fact that you guys were having so much fun with Dan and Marcellus was because some of them were not similar, and then they looked, then they looked silly. So, we are out of time for right now. We will pick this up tomorrow. Have a great day.
Actually, I was on.